know I got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts. Bright Cellars is the monthly wine club that matches you with wine that you'll love. Get started by taking the Taste Palette quiz to see your personalized matches. Now, Bright Cellars matches you with wines from all over the world, curated to your taste buds. They are focused on finding unique hidden gems from small vineyards all over the world. And with hundreds of private label wines, you'll be able to try a new wine you've never tasted before. All you need to do is take their 7-question quiz so they can gather your taste preferences and deliver wines you're guaranteed to love. Each box is completely unique to your taste palette, meaning no box is ever the same. Each box comes with wine education cards for each bottle that outline the tasting notes, suggested pairings, best serving temperatures, and its origins. Wine wisdom cards help show you how to store and open your wine, keeping it tasting fresh for longer. Now, all Sweet Pea Diaries viewers will get 60% off your first purchase by clicking on the link in the description box below. Thanks again to Bright Cellars Wines for sponsoring this video. The bodies of 3 American friends were found in an Airbnb they rented in Mexico to celebrate the Day of the Dead. What happened and what led up to this tragic event? And what is a Day of the Dead celebration? In this video, we will take a look at their tragic deaths and the history of the Day of the Dead. Good morning. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I'm back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like the video, share the video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what time it is. All right, look who we got. We got Marie Rose, my member, Coach LP, my member, Tammy Fleming, my member, Sweetness Forever Me, April Hubbard, Mrs. Jordan, Jean, Bougie Barbie, and Speak with your girl, Marcella. Good morning, Marcella. Hope all is well, and I hope you're good. Hope you're good in your mind, body, and spirit. Going over there to Speak with your girl, Marcella, and follow her on Instagram, on TikTok. She be tearing the things up over there on the TikToks, honey. And she also has a YouTube channel. So go over there and check her out and tell her the Sweet Pea Diary sent you. Hey, Marcella, good morning. Hey, Marva, my member. Hey, Cool as Ice. Miss Star. Good morning, you guys. Oh, my goodness. Let me play this clip for you, and then we are going to get into my commentary. I just want to jump right in it this morning because this is some hot tea. And I told you guys, this is what I'm interested in from Kanye West. This is what I want to hear.
They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize
They
you.
can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. I'm Christian.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right, had to write net worth 400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
That's more important thing in life.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And this truth is going to be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail.
Marcella, I don't know. I know a couple people said that their memberships were not active anymore. I know that it's a reoccurring thing. Sometimes it does that. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to reoccur, but I don't know, girl. Y'all know how YouTube be tripping with the small content creators. They just be messing with our channels, child. But thank you for your support. Hey, Marva. Hey, Tia Simone. Hey, Coach LP. My members are in the building, okay? Good morning, members. See, ain't no name I won't name, okay? Now, this right here, woo, shaking my head, this guy. Hey, Empress Nandi. Good morning, Queen. Listen, I told you this is what I want to hear from Kanye West. I want to know about the sacrifices, child, okay? What they doing around there to the Hollywood, who they sacrificing, what they doing for fame. That's what we want to know, okay? That's what we want to know. I told y'all I ain't give a damn about, hey, Bonita, good morning. Going over there and subscribe to Bonita Bocasas, child. That is our true crime content creator. We trying to get her up there with Kendall Ray and them. So y'all go over there and subscribe. I said this is what I want to hear from Kanye West. I want to know what's going on in the entertainment industry. Now, they saying, Kanye is mentally ill. All I see is mental illness and trauma whenever I see him. Yes, we want all that tea, Kanye. Name some more, okay? Kanye is telling the truth. He is telling the truth. He is telling the truth. And this is what I want to hear. I don't care nothing about the billionaire, them taking the money, us being the true this, that, and the other. I don't want to hear none of that. I want to know about what you did to get to your level of fame. And I told you guys that this is guilt that you see and shame that you see with Kanye West. A lot of this is guilt from what he did to Donda. He knows he sacrificed Donda for fame. He knows that, it wasn't worth it. A lot of times these stars and these celebrities that go this far for fame, it is not worth it in the end. And that's what they realize. I am just like everyone else. In the end, what is all of this? What did I do it for? I did all of this for what? And I'm still lonely. I'm still empty. Money still, I have all of the money in the world. I have all of the privilege, all of the access, and I'm still lonely. I'm still empty. I still have a void. Thank you, Marcella. She says, I believe she was sacrificed, but after he regretted it. They said he's mental, and the next thing is he took his own life. Look at Ray J. period. And that is what I am thinking. I told you guys it was going to go like this. Didn't I tell you this? We already said it over here. When we first covered Kanye West, we said what we were going to see. They're going to make, they're going to expose his mental illness in the press. Next, they're going to take his money. And the next, you're going to hear that he's either committed suicide or it was a drug overdose or something of the sort. He's, and then Charlemagne the guy came out on a podcast and said he's talking like someone that don't want to be here no more because he knows how they get down. Charlemagne know how they get down in the industry. These people, these puppet masters. That's what I ask. He was the one who benefited. You right, now he's telling the truth, period. People call him mentally ill, but Kanye speaks his mind, and now people call him mental. Kanye has plenty of sense. And most people that suffer from bipolar and different mental issues, they do have plenty of sense. They are telling you things that are actually going on, but because they have this label, that's what dismisses the things that they're saying. And that's why they're trying to make sure they put that label and they push that narrative. Do I believe that there's something going on there? Yes. And we have to stop writing that off as Black people. We got to stop dismissing that there could be some mental issues going on. Mental health is real, guys. We have to stop pushing that aside and saying, and putting a blanket and a Band-Aid on it by saying he's got sense. Of course he's got sense. Of course he does. But he could also be suffering from mental health issues. And we have to stop that. We have to stop, not getting our people any help because we want to say, they all right. He good. Yes, he might be. He might be making sense, but he might also have mental health issues that need to be addressed. But one thing I will say, when you are in this celebrity world, you can't expose certain things. So they be talking in riddles, they be talking in circles. So a lot of this that you see sounds like, what is he talking about? But he knows that he can only say certain things. So it be sounding, maybe it be sounding like he's off, but he's really not off. He's just trying to, get across what he can get across. Right? So my whole thing is, I don't think that the man is totally out of whack. I don't think that he's crazy and we just need to not listen to nothing that he's saying. No, I don't think that at all. I don't think that at all. I think we need to get him in check. He's not in a stable place. He's definitely not. He is all over the place. He's all over the place because he needs to be regulated. It needs to be in check. Yes, Sweet Pea, these two things can exist at the same time. It is also a way he delivered his message. Exactly. But see, this is what the thing is, what I'm trying to say. This is what they're going to do. They're going to focus on the mental health point. They're going to focus on that so that we will dismiss what he's saying. So then we won't really hear the message. That man just named a bunch of people. He just named a bunch of people that they'll sacrifice their kids and their family members. Okay? He said it's a lot of that going around in Hollywood. And did you notice what the Shade Room, what they chose to put up? They chose to caption something totally different. Do you see the manipulation of the press? They chose to caption this as something totally different. When I listened to this, I came away with sacrifices. He just told you that he sacrificed his mother. And he just told you other people that sacrificed their loved one for fame. But that's not the headline that you choose to put up. You choose to say he said he ain't killed nobody, so he can't go to jail. What? That doesn't even make any sense. Right, because they want him to come across as crazy. So they put something up that don't make no goddamn sense. So we're focused on that and we're looking for that and we're missing the message of what this man just said. This man just said that a bunch of people sacrificed their loved ones for fame, including him. Now, this is what I want to hear from Kanye. I want to know what you did, what you seen walk around down there in them Kardashians. What was they doing? Was they dressed in hoodies, black robes? What candles was they around there lighting? Did you see Donda walking around? What was they in there doing? That's what I want to know. What did you do? What is the process? And see, these are the things that they do not want him to come out and say. So this is what they are trying to stop him from saying. The whole anti-Semitic, this is what they label it as. I don't see anything that he really said that was anti anything other than people who were the original Jays or whatever. I never heard him say anything that was against these people. I really don't. If somebody can tell me what it was that he exactly said that was against them, that exposed them, I would love to know. Just enlighten me, because I was looking for it and I really didn't see anything that was actually, anti-Semitic, that said anything about what they've been through, the Holocaust. I didn't see anything like that. I heard him say who were the original Jays. That's what I heard, and messages about them controlling the industry. And that's what I heard. I didn't hear anything that was anti anything. If anything, he was, saying that these are the richest people. These are the people that control things. These are the people that, have everything at their fingertips. That's what I heard. These are all the people with the money. They control the media. I didn't hear anything that was anti anything. What I'm saying is, this is what they're afraid. This is the real message. They do control the industry. So I don't see anything that was anti against them. All I saw was him saying this is what it is. And they actually just proved that he was absolutely correct, because they took everything from him. They basically, hey, we can take whatever we want to take when we want to take it and leave you destitute. When we want you to be broke, you'll be broke. You're only a billionaire because we allow you to be. I mean, that's the message that I got. Okay. So he said that. He literally said she's doing DEF CON on Jews. Who? Who is? She is going DEF CON on Jews. He literally said she is going DEF CON on Jews. Who was going DEF CON? His conscience is bothering him, and I heard him say Jesus loves him. Kanye knows right from wrong. And of course, he was brought up in that religion. Did he ever make it clear as to why he thought it'd be cool to say things like white lives matter and George didn't die from a knee on his neck? Did he ever explain that? Absolutely not. But he did say that it hurt his people. Thank you, Marcella, for the 10 and the 20. Kanye broke rank. He was seeking the true God that violated the real rules. Pray for his soul, basically. And but who was DEF CON? Who is going DEF CON on Jews? Who? That's what I need to know. Who? But my whole thing is, they basically showed him, like, listen, yes, we do control Hollywood. Yes, we do control everything. How you selling Yeezys and not calling them, you're selling them under someone else's name. You're going to be calling them, they're not going to be called Yeezys anymore. Like, how you take someone's designs and take someone's ideas and sell them under another. But this shows you that you really don't own anything. It shows that you don't own anything when you're up under these people, when you're in the entertainment industry, when you're involved in anything. You don't own anything. Even like I said before, us out here with homes and things that we think that we own. We don't own these things. If you don't pay the bank, they'll take it. If you don't pay your taxes, they'll take your land. They'll take your home. You don't really truly own anything in this world. It's just a different type of ownership. It's just a different type of when you're in a home versus renting. You don't really own it. If you own something, you think of ownership. It is yours. No one can take anything from you, right? When you truly own something, it is yours. No one can take anything. Hey, Dion. So, do we really truly own anything if they can just come and snatch it from you? No. That's Kanye's fault. If he didn't protect his own dang designs, like, come on, as an artist that been in the game so long, why would he even allow that? And that's what how you design Yeezys? These are your, what? You didn't own, what? So all this money, Mr. Billionaire walking around. So probably did these people convince you that you were just going to be a lifelong Adidas person? You was never going to need. No, you don't need that. You don't need that. This is yours. We know it's yours. What? You don't have no trademarks, no nothing around there. that say this is your brand. This is, you ain't got no patent, nothing. You just made these things and they had total control and ownership over the Yeezys. Are you serious? Like, what are we even talking about? So you designed all of these sneakers all of these years. You can go ahead and get dressed, babe. You designed all these sneakers all these years and you didn't own them? So these people can sell them under another name? I don't understand that. If they belong to him, then how can Adidas sell them under another brand and another name? I would think that they would not be able to sell them under another name or brand. I don't get that. That makes no sense to me. I don't even know, but what I do know is this man just sat on and said that Donda was a sacrifice, and he named many other celebrities that have done the same.
You, they can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. I'm Christian.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still Forbes, who hate me, right? Had to write net worth 400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
That's more important thing in life.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And this truth is going to be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names, none of these people that have to listen to y'all because they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail.
All right, so this person says, I missed the part where he said he sacrificed. Okay, so who did it? His mother was a sacrifice. Who would it benefit if she was sacrificed? That's what I mean. He's not going to say, I sacrificed my mother. But he's talking in circles and he's naming people whose family members and people close to him, them that passed, died, or whatever. And he named Hollywood. See, this is just because a person doesn't come right out and say, I did this. Who's he talking about? Who's it going to benefit if Donda sacrificed? Yes, he is deteriorating. Yes, you can see he's deteriorating. And this is what I'm saying. He can be creative, smart, a genius, and still exist in the same space with a mental illness, especially if it is properly addressed. This needs to be attended to. He's exposing a lot of things that we already knew, period. And that's what I'm saying. Like, no one comes right out and just says it, right? There's never been a celebrity that has come right out and just said it. We sacrifice our loved ones in the industry for fame. They don't come right out and say that. That's an automatic, you gone. That's automatic, your life is over with. The longer you go without meds, the quicker your mind deteriorates. But this is what I'm saying. Woo! Did he? Sweet Pea. Kanye said he sacrificed his mom back in 2015. Definitely be looking for that clip. Honey, I'm getting ready to do a whole documentary on this. I'm getting ready to do a documentary on this, the whole issue with Kanye West and when he started deteriorating and when he started, because I always felt like it was guilt that has been what we see. His acting out and it's all guilt. It's surrounded by guilt, shame, and what he did for fame. It's not worth it. A lot of these people feel like I did all of this for this just to get up here. And once they get up there, it's not all that what it's cracked up to be. That's a lot of things in life. You want. That's just like with this YouTube channel, right? When you first start with subscribers, oh, you trying to get to this level, this level, this level. You get the monetization. You see that it's just, you still got a YouTube channel. You get 10,000 subs. It's still just like you had 5,000. Everything with goals, we try to reach them and attain these goals. And when we get them, we realize, what was it really even? Okay, Evan, I'll take you out in a minute. I'm almost done, babe. It's not going to be a long video. We like, okay, give me a second. We say what this was really even, right? So where I'm at with this is not going to be a long video. I just wanted to show you guys and showcase that these celebrities have done different things to obtain the levels of fame that they are at. This man sat up here and said that his mother was sacrificed. He named other celebrities that have sacrificed loved ones. And if people will still come away from this, look at what the Shade Room decided to post. They decided to say that he said, I ain't killed nobody, so I can't go to jail. They act like they didn't even hear what he just said about the sacrificing. A lot of people come up missing in Hollywood. A lot of people go missing. They act like they ain't hear none of that. I heard every word. And that's what I said I want to hear from Kanye West. I want to know what you really did. What really goes on? That's what I want to know. And that's what people want to know. Breaking news, they going after Dave Chappelle, boycotting SNL and him. He never accepted the Hollywood cult. Child, but the veil has been removed, honey. This is, we are in the last days. And if people don't want to realize that, we are in the last days. This world is, there's a lot of exposing that is about to start happening, and Kanye is just the tip of the iceberg. There's going to be a lot more where this comes from. You cannot kill off everybody. You can't ice out everybody. You cannot X out everybody, because they're going to be just one after the other, and a lot of them are going to start feeling like, I don't want to be controlled. I don't care nothing about this money, the fame, the fortune. They realize that, what does it even really mean? It means nothing. I don't even care. There are going to be people that don't care that you take their money, that you take the fame. If they got to be broke, they got to be destitute, all for the truth. There are going to be people that are raised up in this time that are not going to care about any of that. They're going to be really warriors and soldiers that are built for a time such as this. They're not going to care about riches, fame, and what they have and their status. They're not going to care. They're going to stand for the truth. Those are the type of people. Okay, Marva. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to take the baby to pee-pee. Be right back, y'all. All right, guys. Thank you for waiting. Let my baby, he had to go pee-pee. No meds to stabilize him. What people don't realize is that with mental illness, there's also a lot of comorbidities that come along. He's not healthy mentally or physically. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to normalize getting help for mental health issues. And as Black people, we tend to just throw that stuff under the rug with the whole saying, he's not crazy. He knows exactly what he's doing. He got plenty sense. He can have plenty of sense and he can know exactly what he's doing, but he still can get help for his mental health issues because they do exist. There are mental health issues here. We're not doctors. We cannot be diagnosing people, and we cannot be brushing off things and saying that nothing's wrong with him and he doesn't need help. We can't do that. We have to leave that into the hands of people that are professionals. So what I believe should happen, he should get some type of evaluations or something from people that are not in his camp, people that are outside looking in, people that are not invested in him, people that don't have anything to do with him. You know what I'm saying? People that are, really wanting to make sure that he gets some type of help. You know what I'm saying? Like the outside the circle. We don't want people that want to just keep him quiet, people that want to make him a good little boy. No, not those type of people. People that are actually professionals that love, where's Kanye's family? See, that's the thing too. These people, these Black men, these Black people, they get up in with these white women, they get these families, and they get all their families and people around them, all the professionals, all the handlers, all the Hollywood people. And where your family at? Where your cousins and your aunties and your mama's sisters and all these people that'll be around looking, no, he don't eat that. No, my nephew don't eat that. No, he don't like that. No, he don't like that color. No, we don't do that. That's not what we do. We have more. No, Kanye, you wasn't raised like that. Those type of people. Where is the aunties, the grandmamas, all these people? See, they get up there and get this money and they want to live different and they want to be exposed to different things and access to different things. And they get rid of and outcast their own family members and the people that will really be around them to make sure they good. Kim and Chris and all of them, they don't give a damn. They want them to be the celebrity, the cash cow, bring in the money, do whatever you got to do to keep the money coming in so we can live the rich and powerful lives. Where are the aunties and the cousins and these people that you were raised around that really have an interest and wanted to make sure you good? And then there are family members that'll do the same goddamn thing that just want the money. They don't, but still, I would prefer to see your family members around you than I would to see these white women and these people you don't really know around you, because all they care about is the money and their jobs and their positions. See, you get up there and these people get up there in these levels of fame and they forget where they come from and they forget who they really need to have around them. You need to have people around you that are still connected with the world, that with reality, because these celebrities are so disconnected from reality that they have no idea whether they're coming or going. They're in a false sense of reality. They exist in a whole nother world, a whole nother bubble. So, honey, this man just sat up here and said that his mom was a sacrifice. Well, who sacrificed her? Did you sacrifice her? Or are you saying the industry killed her to keep you in check? But you knew about it because you know what goes on up there. I need to know what y'all think. What is he saying here?
They can't. They try to suppress you, but that's how they try to categorize
They
you.
can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Not
You see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slice from nobody, right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm Christian.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand?
I'm sorry, I don't care. This man knows what he just said. He know what they doing. He knows what they doing. They want to control. They want to traumatize. They want to traumatize and monetize. They want to keep you traumatized, to keep you controlled and monetize off of you and keep you traumatized. And that's what you see with his guilt. He's traumatized by his mother being sacrificed. That's trauma. Who wouldn't go through trauma? That's trauma. To know your mom was sacrificed, to know she was killed for fame, and I'm with you. Vanity killed her. She wanted to go get these surgeries and all of this. But how do we know that it wasn't a doctor that she was set up with that wasn't in control of doing whatever it is that was done to her? We don't know what was done. We weren't there. We don't know. We have no idea what really went down. People say, well, she went to a doctor and she got this done. How you know who that was that she was sent to? How do you really know? So we just gonna ignore what the man said. We just gonna brush it off as, oh, he crazy. We just gonna brush it off. The man said what he said, and we cannot ignore that. But do you see what the Shade Room decided to put the caption as? Forget that he said people would sacrifice and other celebrities are sacrificing their loved ones, honey. Forget that. No, we want to make him look cuckoo and say, I ain't go to jail. I ain't kill nobody, so I can't go to jail. The way they put it in the caption wasn't even the way he said it. That's the manipulation of the press. And that's what I said. I told you that's how it's going to go. He's going to be robbed, ripped and stripped of his money, made to look cuckoo crazy, and then he's going to come up missing or dead or whatever. They're going to either say that he went away, we don't know where he went. They setting that up now. That he's going to go away, that he's going on a fast for 30 days. I thought he was going on a fast and spiritual cleanse and all this shit for 30 days. They setting shit like that up now. So if he come up missing and we don't see him for a while, then we can say, oh, he just left because, they took all his money and he's, he's just somewhere shutting up and being quiet because they embarrassed him and took all his money from him. Meanwhile, they could have just offed him and we won't even know. So I'm telling you, the next step is going to be, we're not either going to see Kanye or he's going to come up, unfortunately, untimely demise. Exactly. Overdose. Something like that. In the tub. It's going to be something like that. I'm telling you. As I am Empress 90, and you're right, Big Pharma pushes meds that are more addictive than street drugs, and they do not always work. And I'm going to tell you about that. There's a lot that's going on now as far as the street drugs. I'm going to tell you about heroin, cocaine, all these things that come from the earth, right? People did get addicted to those things, right? But they weren't as addicting, and they weren't as, like, people's lives then just didn't go upside down and they got homeless and on the streets and ulcers and all this shit on their skin and all. They didn't get like that back in the day when they was on these drugs, okay? When they was in the 70s and all this, doing these heroines and doing all this stuff, honey, them rock stars were still able to function and all that because it was drugs that actually came from the earth, okay? And I'm not saying that the illicit drugs are good for you, because they're not. But the stuff that they got now, it's synthetic. It's not even heroin or cocaine. Excuse me, it's fentanyl and all these other things, manufactured things that they put together in a lab over there in China, and then it makes it on the street. And a lot of the people that are strung out now on the streets, if you watch these videos, they got a lot of them on YouTube. And there's a community that I used to go to and frequent and give out food and, try to help them. The drugs that they got on the streets now, when they go to the rehabs, the stuff that they use to treat these drugs, they don't even work on those drugs that they got out now. Because they're synthetic. They don't even help. So the people stay out in the streets because they need that stuff. They need that. And they need it every 2 hours. Every 2 to 4 hours. Whereas though heroin and all that before, you could go 14 hours, 17 hours until you need your next dose. The stuff they got out there now, honey, them people can't go 2 hours or they need it. They throwing up, they physically sick. So they move out of where they live. They move out of their homes and all that. They forget their jobs. They forget their families so they can be right down there around those drugs. Philadelphia has an open air market, drug market that is insane. I used to live around the corner from it. And if anybody's watching YouTube and seeing those videos from Kensington, Philadelphia, honey, that is off the chain. It is another world. It's something that you've never, ever seen before. They have the fentanyl out there, honey, and they got stuff now that's purple these people are taking. It's not even effective like the Suboxone and methadone and stuff that usually is used to treat these drugs. Doesn't even treat the stuff that they got out there now. So it keeps the people out there. So this world is really control. What they're trying to do to people is real. It's real. And these celebrities, they want that money. It's a lot of people that will do anything for fame, for money. They will go far, 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 killing people, sacrificing people for money. And Kanye is exposing that. He's exposing that. He exposed it right here. And what did the Shade Room choose to put up? That he said he can't go to jail because he ain't never killed nobody. Something stupid. But here it is. They know now. They know as far as press and the way, you do captions and titles and shit. They know that people want to talk about Hollywood sacrifices and all that. They know that would have been, people want to hear that. They want to know about that. And you choose to put, he said he can't go to jail because he ain't never killed nobody. Something stupid. This man just sat up here and said that different people was come up missing in Hollywood. It's a lot of that for control. Traumatized to monetize. All these things. And that's what you choose to put in your caption. Something dumb and stupid that don't make no damn sense. So what do I think about Kanye? I think that Kanye he is suffering from some type of mental health disorder. Yes. But I also believe that he can exist in his level of, I'm a genius, I'm, innovative. He can still exist in that realm and still get help for his mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? Get with a professional that can regulate whatever type of medicines or whatever it is. It could be holistic medicines, alternative medicines. It doesn't have to be the big pharma medicines. He's got access to money. He's got access to all different types of alternative medicines, different type of professionals, different type of people that can help him. But he's got to accept that. But I feel like, honey, you drove yourself crazy. Some of this is self-induced. A lot of guilt is behind this. A lot of guilt is behind this. I believe that Kanye is suffering from guilt and shame of what he did. I really do. I've always felt that it was guilt because it wasn't worth it. Yes, I feel he's telling the truth. I do. I feel that he's telling the truth about a lot of things. The Kanye we loved is because he was on proper med management thanks to his mother. Kanye is caught up just like the rest of them. He's speaking truth and honestly that bondage is a sacrifice within itself. Absolutely. He's dealing with mental illness, but is telling the truth. Absolutely. Yep, my mother used to take methadone and sell her methadone when I was a kid, and that ass used to have her and her friends leaning. And my thing is, now the methadone and the Suboxones and things that they have to treat addiction, it doesn't treat the stuff that they have out there now. So the people can't even get help. They have to stay out there in bondage. And so when they do decide to go get help, they basically be doing the cold turkey. It might take a little edge off and it might help a little, but it doesn't help like it would if it was pure heroin or real drugs. These street drugs now are not real. A lot of them, when they test them, they don't even have any of those substances in it. Some people, I've heard people say, oh my God, when I got drug tested, it was meat tenderizer and fentanyl meat tenderizer and rat poison and all these different things. Actually, mental pills that are crushed up that are used for mental health issues, they got that in there. Like, these people are addicted to things that aren't even going to, like, they're not even drugs really. Miss Harvey, thank you for the $20 and thank you for being a member. Hopefully he can get medical help before he loses everything he has, but he needs more than just medication. He needs to be constantly monitored for his behavior while under medication. And, you know, unfortunately, if we see him go away and we see that happen, we don't know if that's really what's going to be happening. We don't know if Kanye is going to be taken away to silence him, to keep him quiet, or is he really going to be taken away to get some help? You know, but all I say is you need to go back there and get your aunties. You need to get your aunties and the people that you were raised around, the people that are your family. You need to get these people, these handlers that are around you. You need to get them people from around you. What is going on with him right now? He needs to just retreat from the media and go get himself together. Period. Empress 90, girl, that was the most wicked ass I ever seen in my life. You could literally see the entering his body through. Oh, wow. What were we talking about? I truly believe that most of these people don't become mentally ill until after they're in the business. It's really strange, the high propensity of mental illness and entertainment. But you know what? You know what? I think a lot of it is guilt. I do. I really do. What we can see as, you know, mental illness and, oh, they, you know, something ain't right with them. I think it'd be guilt. It's guilt for the things that they done. That's trauma. Can you imagine knowing that you done did some shit for fame, for money? You can't tell nobody what you did because you know people will be like, what? You killed this person for money? You know you did what? You slept with who? You allowed them to do what? You did what ritual? They know if they were to really tell it, people would be, what? They would be astounded. Like, what? So a lot of it, I think, is shame, because why would it all? And then, you know, like the industry is a lot to handle in itself, because when the outside looking in, I think the people think they want it, right? They want it so bad. Then when they get there and they realize what it's all about, it's a lot of working, it's a lot of picture taking, press runs, you know, you're on set, especially these actors, you're on set for hours, days doing these projects. You got to act like characters and immerse yourself in these roles, and then you lose yourself. Remember, we did Will Smith's documentary, and he talked about losing himself when he did that movie 6 Degrees of Separation, and he actually found himself in love with the goddamn lady, the leading character. And he said he was doing this was when he was doing the Fresh Prince, and he had to really decompress and go get himself together because he lost himself. He didn't even know how to be himself anymore. So, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to handle when you step into the industry. So I believe that, you know, if they don't have anyone that's working with them mentally, you can take a person from the streets, from a normal everyday life, and you just put them in something like that. That's a lot for anyone to handle, for anyone to deal with. You don't know how to deal with it. But then as time goes on, they learn the ropes. And then some of them love it. Some of them actually love it. They love it. Can't get enough of it. You know who's like that? Janelle Monáe. Janelle Monáe. I look at her and I'm like, she loves this life. She loves the celebrity life. She's one of those that loves the acting, loves the different roles. You see how she gets into character with Halloween, honey. She goes all out. You can tell certain people they love the mysteriousness of Hollywood, and you can do whatever you want and have access to whatever you want. And people got to bow down to your every need. The people that work for you, they keep your secrets, and you can just be as weird and have all the different desires and fulfill your every need. That's what Hollywood is all about. Having the desires, pushing the limits, doing whatever it is you want. And the people that work around you can't tell nothing. Everybody's little secret quirks they got, and little, fetishes and all the shit that they like doing in secret. Everybody got to keep it quiet. That's how Hollywood is. It's mysterious. They go to these parties and Hollywood parties, and people are signing NDAs. What are you signing a fucking NDA to go to a party? What is being done at these parties that you got to sign an NDA? What do you think? Why do people got to sign an NDA to be around Beyonce? What is Beyonce doing at these parties? What is people seeing at these parties that they don't want nobody to come back and tell? You just a celebrity, right? You're just a billionaire, you and your husband. Y'all give these lavish parties. Y'all give people Rolexes and all this shit as gifts to come to your party. But then they sign a lifelong NDA. They cannot say nothing for the rest of their life. Can you imagine wanting to go to a party that bad that you'll sign an agreement that tells you that you can't speak on something for the rest of your life? Your First Amendment right, your freedom of speech is basically null and void when you step into this party. So the shit that we're going to see, walking around in this shit, what we're going to see? People levitating and walking around naked and looking like demons. We're going to really see demons coming up out of people. What we going to see at this party that we got to sign an NDA for life? Like, what are you doing? What are you that into? So, honey, you think that these celebrities ain't cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? They are all cuckoo cow. Why? Because of the shit that they're around, that they are engrossed and immersed themselves in. You take a person that lives an everyday life and they get famous, and now they got this type of environment. Shit. I would be crazy too. And you can't say nothing. You seeing all this stuff and you can't say nothing. Bonita said, "Child, did y'all see Doja Party?" Honey, this is what they do. They fulfill all of their deep, dark desires. Anything goes in Hollywood. You're allowed to do that. They encourage it because they want to have tapes of you. They want to know, what is she like, so that we can expose her if she get out of hand. We can have a sex tape leak, or we can have something that she don't want people to know. We can have that leak if she gets out of hand. Could it also be the lifestyle is overwhelming? You don't have people around you that you can really trust. You have access to everything and nobody tells you the truth. Absolutely, coach. Absolutely. Too much of anything is not good. And people that are just telling you yes, 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 yes all the time and no's, not ever telling you no, that's not good. We need a little bit of no in our life. You can't just have no boundaries. You just can't live a life of no holds barred. Everything is just all things go. You can't live your life like that. A lot of them are under MK Ultra as well. Not all is mental illness and drugs. Jaguar Wright was correct on some things. Absolutely. Bad Baby says she was invited to one and they wanted her to give blood to enter and she didn't go. Okay. And what you doing with people blood? What you doing with people blood? But we ignore these things. These type of things don't make the press. Now, why I ain't hear about that? Why I ain't hear about Bad Baby saying, why that's not all on the Shade Room? Was that on the Shade Room? Was that on the Neighborhood Talk? Was that on the Jasmine brand? I didn't hear anything. I've never heard that before. I ain't never heard that before. That you had to give blood in order to go to this party. Why that's not all over that should be everywhere. That should be on every fucking tabloid. That wasn't Bad Baby. It was Woah Vicky. Oh, now I know Woah Vicky has found Christ. I know that her and that mukbang dude or whatever. What is mukbang? I know that they were a couple. I don't know if they're still a couple, but I know that they found Christ and they have actually like kind of like turned away from the industry. So I know I can believe that. I can believe that she exposed that because, you know, those two young people, they have came a long way. And they mukbang was talking about his addiction to sex and, you know, porn and drugs and all of this once he got into, you know, the whole celebrity world off of Instagram or whatever. You know how he got famous for just running in the damn stores and doing crazy things or whatever. But him and those two, Woah Vicky and him, they were dating. I don't know if they're still dating now, but they had got baptized and was talking about Jesus. So it doesn't surprise me if she did come out and say that. They don't want us to know, can they get out just like that? Nope. No, they can't. No, because once you enter in that, you can't. It's like when you accept it, it's oath, it's blood contracts, it's all these things. These are not just rumors. This is not just shit that people all of the people that have come out and exposed and said the same things and say what goes down in Hollywood, you think that's just something that everybody has this thought, and no, it's not a coincidence that everyone that has come out and said these things, that they just all coincidentally said it. No, this shit really happens. It's really going down. So it's a secret society. Some people love it. Some people, they'll never leave it because they want the money. They want the prestige. They want their riches while they are here on earth. They don't care about the afterlife, because a lot of them really believe that they're going to go away on a spaceship and go to Mars, and they're going to leave us all here, the rest of us behind that are not privileged, that don't have money. They're going to leave us all here to suffer all kind of cataclysmic things. And this is what they really believe, that they're going to just jump on a spaceship and they're going to all get up out of here and go to Mars and live on a whole nother world. That's what they believe. They're going to go and, you know, start life and start civilization all over again. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in a higher power. They believe in themselves. They believe that they are gods. They believe that they control this whole situation. So they don't believe, you know, they really believe that, okay, well, we got all this money, we're going to go on to live. They believe that their souls are going to live forever. A lot of them believe in a lot of the Egyptian things, and, you know, that they can believe in reincarnation, child. You see, they freezing their bodies and freezing parts and doing all this shit where they're freezing people where they're going to come back hundreds of years later once the world done started over and refreshed and the world that ended. They believe that they're going to be in the cliff somewhere, starting the world all over again. They're gonna they got all these bodies and everything that are scheduled to defrost at a certain time when the world is back good again. These movies that they come out with, that's their thought processes. Thank you. Hey, good vibes. Sweet Pea has a great documentary on secret societies on her channel. Thank you so much, guys. And it's hard to even get that type of content out. You have to put it like a little deep dive. You got to kind of put the information like it's entertainment, like you're really not giving information, because YouTube will not allow you to have those type of videos up anymore. It's hard to put that kind of stuff up and keep it monetized or not get a strike, because they are listening. They are listening into every videos that we do, even the bots. They are like my video before I even started it. I did the title, right? Before I can even start the video, it was already flagged. It was already flagged by the YouTube bots because of the title. And I even tried to change the sacrifice word and put the freaking exclamation points as eyes. And they still flagged it as limited ads. So now I have to the video needs to be reviewed in order to get monetized and be able to stay up on YouTube. And I hadn't even started talking yet. That's how deep this shit is. They control everything with media, with what you put out. YouTube is really big with looking at your thumbnails, looking at your words on your thumbnails. They really have this shit on lock. Hey, my member, Sassy Girl. He said his mom was sacrificed, not like he did it. He's saying they would do that to keep them quiet. In other words, yeah, I get that. That's why I put in the title that he finally admits that she was sacrificed, but I didn't specifically say that he sacrificed her. He admits that she was a sacrifice. I've never heard him say those words before. He's not going to come out and say I sacrificed my mother. But I believe as time goes on, if it stays in this state that he's in, where he's just out here talking, he's going to say it eventually, because that's what he's been wanting. That guilt and shame that he's been carrying all these years, he wants to say it. When people are guilty and shameful of shit, they want to tell people. They want to expose it. I think it's like Hollywood mansion parties. Then we have a part 1 and part 2 of secret societies deep dive. So yeah, you'll see it. But yeah, when people have something that is weighing on them, they want to expose it. They want to tell you about it. Kanye want to tell people what the hell he been involved in. So if his mental issues stay left untreated and he continues to stay into this, yeah, I know. If you're gonna do deep dive into things like this, get a Patreon. Exactly, because YouTube will not allow you to keep it up. They definitely will not. I might be able to do members only with it, but you definitely cannot do these things on YouTube. YouTube will not allow you to do it. Sweet Pea, look up his magazine interview in 2015. I think it's either Q magazine or US magazine. He was asked, what was your biggest sacrifice for success? And he said, my mother. And people, and you know what? People will come from that and still say he didn't say it. That's the whole thing with the media and the Jays. They know that you can tell people all day the truth, but they still won't believe it because they know how to control the media and the narrative. The man just said it. He just said it here. Who's he talking about? He said his mom was a sacrifice. Who the hell sacrificed her? And if they sacrificed him to keep him in, they sacrificed her to keep him in line. Who's they? Who's they? Hollywood, the handlers, the Jays. Who is they? Who is doing this? Look how the bots are coming in now. You see these bots right here, these girl bots that you see? That is stuff that will get your channel shut down for nudity or for they think you doing porn or whatever. But you see the type of bots that they put in my chat when I start talking about certain things. Now all of a sudden you got bots coming in. See, it's really, you got to really, like the media, YouTube, Google, all this stuff, it is really deep what goes on out here, child. They don't want you talking about nothing. Yeah, the bot. Now, where the bot come from, child? Y'all see it? Where the bot come from? And you see what type of bot it was, child. Something that could get my live shut down. Exactly, because I'm talking about it. I was wondering what the heck was that, right? And they don't never advertise men, always girls, right? Oh, God. We are literal light for omnipotence. We are birthed into this low vibration, dark material world. The task is to stand up and be the light that you already are in the midst of darkness. And I mean, Kanye, he is telling the truth and he's saying what he wants to say now because it's weighing on him. So when he comes out and says, my mom was a sacrifice, then he talks about all these other people that are sacrificing loved ones. And then you heard his words. He said, a lot of people go missing in Hollywood. And they do that traumatized to monetize. So they want to traumatize the celebrity to monetize off them, to keep them in bondage to them, to keep them in servitude. Because it's like, if this is what I was able to do to your family member, what do you think I'm going to do to you? So now you're in fear. Hey, T, now you're in fear because they did this to my mom. They took my mom out, so I better stay in line. But who gave you the okay? Why did they choose your mom? So this is what I'm saying. The celebrity has a part in this because You have to tell them who will they just picked anybody? So why pick the mother? Why Bill Cosby picked the son? Why Michael Jordan picked the father? Who is picking these people? So they just picked anybody? It was just a random. The celebrity don't got nothing to do with it. So the Jays just choose to kill their family members to keep them in line. No, these people have a part in it. Because in order to get the fame and get the riches, you got to do the ritual, don't you? You got to do the ritual. So don't ever think that they're not a part of it, that they're complicit. Don't ever think that they're not complicit. That's the guilt and the shame that you see with Kanye. That's why he's everywhere and all over the place. And remember when it happened, remember how manic and crazy he was acting at these award shows? How he'd get up there and just say anything. And then that was around the time he was with Jay-Z and Beyonce all the time. They was the handlers in charge to keep his ass in check. But he wasn't like a lot of these other people. It really affected him. He just went berserk. He went berserk. And why you think he named Meek Mill? Lil Snoop was Meek Mill's. Why you think he named Meek Mill? You can send your Meek Mills. You can send these. He named people that had sacrifices. He named people that sacrificed people for fame. Exactly. Remember, I said that. I did. Charlamagne says he's talking like someone who's not going to be here much longer. It's almost like he wants to be a martyr or something, or he knows they're going to Prince or MJ him, so he's telling. Well, my thing is, Kanye, I want to know about it all, honey. Tell us. I need some content. I want to know about them damn sacrifices. I'm not going to be scared. Tell me. I want to know what they do. What they do, Kanye, because he got that look on his face, child. He ready to tell it. Kanye looked like a little kid. And then I'm not, what? He had that arm was just moving, honey. He's ready to tell it. Kanye looked like a little kid ready to tell what everybody was doing when mama was out. Kanye ready to tell it all. And Kanye, I'm ready to listen. Woo! Ye probably put on a wig and cross-dressed while sacrificing Donda. Was it his real mom, though? Child. That's why I said, honey, Kanye, what was going on in that Kardashian house? Did they put on them black robes and you seen them walking around with light lanterns at night? What was going on? What was y'all doing? Did they resurrect Donda in that bitch? What was y'all in there doing? Did y'all have Donda held captive? Is the real Donda still living? Child, conspiracy after conspiracy after conspiracy. But yes, I just wanted to come up here real quick and expose the Shade Room's post because I said it's mighty funny. This is what they chose to caption this shit as. Him saying that he ain't never killed nobody, so he can't go to jail. And so we're just going to ignore the word sacrifice, huh? We're just going to ignore Michael Jordan's dad, Bill Cosby's son, Dr. Dre's son. We're just going to ignore all that. We're going to ignore that he said people come up missing in Hollywood. We're going to ignore the phrase traumatized to monetize. We're going to ignore all that, and we're going to choose to caption our post that Kanye said he can't go to jail because he ain't killed nobody. Something stupid. Because that's the goal in the press, to make him look stupid, make him look like he ain't talking about nothing. Everything he's saying don't make no damn sense, so we can just write it off. So when the shit he's saying, we don't believe what he's saying, and we just laughing it off, and we saying that's another crazy nigga. He don't even listen to him. That, I mean, period. On period. When he clearly just said these people sacrifice. For what? What's the word sacrifice mean? And you still got people still in this chat. It will be people in the comments that don't even want to believe that choose to say, nah. Honey, I hear you, Kanye. I hear you. Y'all sacrifice people. You ain't got to tell me twice. I hear it. I believe it. I see you, Kanye. So you guys go ahead and check out the other videos that we have on the channel that are exposing Hollywood mansion parties. We also talk about Willow and Jaden and their whole mission for the gender fluid clothing and the gender fluid idea with children. We talk about that in a video. I have the Clive Davis a video on him, the bisexual producer. He comes out now as bisexual all these years later. Everybody knows that he was bisexual. So you got to go and check out these videos, okay? We got the Secret Society deep dive. Go ahead and check them out. So you guys, thank you for being here. This has been another edition of the Sweet Pea Diaries. Have you heard of Boule? I have heard of it. Of the Boule, I have heard of it. Make sure you like the video, share the video. Most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all on the next video. Y'all have a great weekend. Bye.